everybody, it's Carol at Aakash Journals. Thanks so much for joining me. I thought I'd just do a very quick video showing you the tags that I've made for my tag partners in the Aakash Journal September Tag Swap. The swap is now live, so unfortunately you can't join the swap if you want to, but there will be another swap on the 1st of November, and if you're interested in joining that one, there will be an invitation video going out on my channel on the 17th of October, inviting anybody that wants to take part in the November Tag Swap, and it will give you all the information about how to participate and what you need to do for that swap. For the September swap, I always give out some suggested prompts, and I think it's only fair that if I suggest prompts for people to use, that I pick up the challenge myself and make tags according to those prompts. Now, they are, as I've said, just suggested prompts, so if you join the tag swap, you can make whatever tag you want to whatever theme you want. You don't have to use the suggested prompts in the slightest. You can just do your own thing. But as I said, I actually like to pick up the challenge myself, and the suggested prompts for this time round was firstly something whimsical and or inspired by a portrait or a painting. So I've gone with these whimsical images here, as you can see, and I'll show you all of these in more detail and put photographs at the end for you. The second suggested prompt was pockets, and the third suggested prompt was safety pin. So as you can see, I've got pockets on all of mine and I've got some safety pins. So let me show you in a little bit more detail what I've created. So this is my first one, and I went with this lovely whimsical image of a cat in a really lovely blue jacket, and she's got a gorgeous floral waistcoat here, and I think peonies, and I'm not sure what that flower is, maybe a rose on her hat, and I just thought that was gorgeous. So I've stitched all the way around that. I've created a little pocket here at the bottom by just wrapping around some brown wrapping paper and putting on a piece of a label. And then I've used a vintage book page, the first page, inside page of a vintage book, to create a journaling spot in the back here, and then I've just added and distressed a remnant rub up there. I've left the threads loose, and this is the actual tag itself. Now, I had a few of these in my stash. These were just some book page tags that I had created, and let me just show you what they look like. So here you go. I just had some old book pages left over and some packaging, and I just decided one afternoon that I would create some large tags. So that's what is the basis of all my tags, as you can see. So I've just stitched all the way around, added some more remnant rubs there. I've created a pocket down at the bottom here, which I have backed with some vellum, and then just added some more remnant rubs and a little tiny gem down in this bottom corner. A couple of layers of lace up here for a tab. Here's my safety pin to hit the prompt, and I've just threaded through 2 white pearls and a pink pearl. And then if I flip it over, this is just a spare card. This is my note to my tag swap partner, so it matches this one, which is on the front. And then I've got a pocket here, as you can see, again vellum covered with lace and some more remnant rubs, and then a couple of layers of lace here. Now, in these pockets on the back, I have lifted out some of my vintage documents. As you can see, I've lifted out several here, and I will be putting a selection of these in the pockets on the back of my tags, but I haven't got round to doing that yet. So these are what will be going in these pockets here, and also behind my little journaling cards there. Even though one of the suggested prompts was pockets, I haven't actually made any of my pockets the full depth. As you can see, this card only goes into here and the bottom portion is glued down, but there is enough to hold my tag there, and that's simply because I wanted a nice depth of lace down here and my card to be fairly visible. And obviously at the back here I've got plenty of space. This one is more a side tuck, but given that it's stitched on 3 sides, you could argue that it's a pocket as well. So that was one tag. This is the second one. Now I absolutely love this image when I saw it, and as you can see, a very funky little koala bear there with some shades on. I backed this one with some Florentine paper, left my threads when I stitched all the way around, and if I flip it over, that's what it looks like on the back. Again, I used the first page out of a vintage book to create a journaling spot. This time I haven't stitched around the journaling spot, I've just stitched around the main tag and a little bit of remnant rubs in the opposite corners. And because of the colours on here, the orange and there are hints of yellow, I went with this tea stained lace and a gold safety pin at the top and 3 little orange pearls. I used a piece of packaging which I flipped over to create a pocket down here. Again, I used a little bit of the same label that I used on, where was it? Well, oh, I've lost it. Oh, here it is on here. A little bit more of that label I've put down here. I did a bit of stamping, some remnant rubs, more of this lace, and I've put some more remnant rubs there. And then if I flip it over, here's again what I've done. I've done the same image, but this is printed onto cardstock. This is onto Kodak photo paper. And I've done a note on the back, and I've got another little pocket, remnant rubs there. As you can see, I've stitched all the way around my tag, and I've made another pocket on the back, more of that label, another label there, some more stamping and some more remnant rubs. So very, very easy tags this time round. And as I say, I'll put some vintage documents in these as well. So that's 2 of them. There we go. This one, absolutely love this one. As you can see, it's a hare, and he's dressed up with his waistcoat and jacket on. He's got a book in his hand. I've stitched all the way around and done the same thing, created a journaling spot on the back, stitched around that and some remnant rubs. This is what my tag looks like. So remnant rubs here, 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 more here. Here's more of that label underneath my lace. And on this one, what I did was I folded my lace and had it at the top there. And what you can do with this one, if you want, is put the lace over the top. But I thought that was a little bit fussy, so I like it tucked underneath. With this one, I put my crease at an angle at the bottom and then stitched through it. And this little guy just tucks in there, and as you can see, I've got 3 kind of beigey pearls at the top there, and my safety pin is on the back there, tucked out of sight, not on the front like on the other 2. More remnant rubs, more of that label, more stamping, so they're all pretty much of a muchness. And then finally this one, and I love this image of, I think he's probably supposed to be the Mad Hatter out of Alice in Wonderland, and I just thought he was charming. So again, I've backed him onto some Florentine paper, stitch round, put a remnant rub there and there, flip it over. There's a journaling spot on the back with some remnant rubs on, and then again, some more of that packaging, more of that label, more stamping. I've done a little fold over of the same lace that I've used throughout with some remnant rubs on top. And because I had a white border over the top here, I put a layer of my lace and then just left some scraps up the top to act as a topper. And then here's my little safety pin. I've put a little faux envelope charm here, which I made in a previous video, probably a couple of months ago now, but if I can remember, I'll try and put the link in the description box so you can see how I've made those. And then I've just put some beads on a little dangle there, and obviously that tucks in the pocket there. And this little envelope is not free, it's partially glued down, so it just sits over the top and holds my tag in place. And then on the back there's more of that label, more remnant rubs, and I've left a little tail of lace hanging down the back there. So there we go, everybody. I hope you like seeing those tags. As I say, all very, very much of a muchness. This one perhaps slightly different because I decided to go with a different lace for this cat image because it was softer. I've put a little ruffle here of some of the lace from up here behind a mother of pearl button with some vintage French linen thread stitched through it. And there we go. So thank you so much, everybody. Hope you enjoyed seeing my tags, and as always I'll put some photographs at the end for you to have a closer look. So until the next video, take care everybody, happy crafting,